What's up, guys? This is Tangy Divine with Divine Ancestral Conduit. I hope everybody is doing well. I am here with your weekly Talking Drum ancestral spread. And oh my god, my little thingy got buckled. Sorry, one of your little nieces jumped up and jumped all up on my thing. And we played for a little bit, but of course, me playing with them, moving them around and stuff, it shifted it. So but that's neither here nor there. I hope everybody's doing well on this new moon Sunday. If you have any new moon rituals, today is the day to do it. And I'm just curious to see, what kind of messages come out for you guys on today because it is the new moon energy. Sorry, y'all. I gotta make sure I'm not restricted. It's a little breezy where we are, but we in the park because your nieces and your nephew like going to the park. So I just take that time to do the reads and stuff. I actually just let them back in the vehicle. They was running around for a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can train them to come back, so I can kind of let them out so they can come back. Just generally, I believe animals should be free. So that's what we're working on when I come to the park and stuff like that. So far it's been a success. I've let them out a few times. Not every time I'm at the park I don't let them out. Why am I talking about this? Maybe this is a part of the read. Letting you guys out so you can come back. Maybe your ancestors did a little bit of that. Betrayal and divine lineage. Hmm. Okay, anyway, so yeah. We'll come back to that thought. Maybe it'll come up in the read. But yeah, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. And Amen by Meek Mill and Drake came on when I threw the music on shuffle. So it seemed like we're in a praising God type of mood. So amen. All right, so guys, let's get started. Um, let me see. Let me make sure I got my other decks out. Okay, God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides and goddesses of the bloodline. I ask that you please grant me clear and concise messages for the collective as it pertains to messages from their ancestors. God, I ask that you please protect the space, the energy, and the reader myself as well as the collective. I ask that you please grant me clear and concise messages, and of course, anything that I'm missing, please go ahead and double tap in twice. Just repeat it. Sometimes your girl just be getting the other messages out, and it's, you know. So, I ask that you please blind and banish any and all evil eyes, evil entities, evil spirits, and evil energies. Please clear the decks of any past reads, and I also ask that you please restrict and remove any and all monitoring eyes, monitoring energies, monitoring spirits, monitoring entities, so that we can get clear and concise messages for the collective as it pertains to what their ancestors need for them to know. It's beautiful out here. One thing I noticed today too, the sun is in a different location than it normally is when I'm out and about around this time. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Normally the sun is like in front of me, but right now it's like behind me. And like there's a building shielding it, so it's creating a great shade. So I'm not complaining because even though it's windy out, it's very sunny. But it's one thing I noticed about today. I don't know if it has something to do with that new moon energy, because like I said, today is the new moon. So if you guys have any new moon rituals that you need to complete, today is a good day to do them. Okay. All right. So let us get started. All right. Grand Rising. Who are you, great ancestor? What do you need from the collective? What ancestral patterns does the collective need to be aware of? Where is the collective blocked? How can the collective evolve? And what do you most want the collective to know? They're coming out real fast today. And I am doing this read on Sunday. How I say December 18th. Lord have mercy. January the 18th. All right, we have Mame Goomba Bang would speak up at the bottom of the deck. So that's the energy. Speaking up. Okay. It seems like it's going to be a nice little energy today. Okay. So for Grand Rising and Great Ancestor, who are you? We have Oshun with Fearless Love. Hmm. Okay. And then what? So that's number 25. It's a lot of purple and green and gold. It's giving a lot of royalty. I'm getting abundance and prosperity off of this as well, especially with the gold and the green. Even like this, she's not even in gold. She's in cream, but she's adorned in gold. Like I love this. And her bush is bushing. Like, come on now, come on now. Okay. And she's laying on a bed of yellow. I see sunflowers in the background as well as the peacocks. Sunflowers in the middle, in the midst of the peacocks. So we know that represents abundance and prosperity. Okay. So we got Ocean coming through for you guys. All right. What do the ancestors need from the collective? We have scarcity. Number 21, which breaks down to the three. We know that fearless level to Oshun is 25, and that gives us 7. So we have 7 and 3 so far. Sukuyan with scarcity. Now I don't have a cold exactly, but I did kind of it got really cold over here recently. So I do have like a little rattle in my chest, but it's not a cold. So I might cough a little bit through this one, but it is warranted. Like it is, it's something that happens. Now, here we have two versions of the sun, right? That's the first thing I'm noticing. Like this is a very artistic vision of the sun, right? And this over here is like what the sun looks like in actuality, right? But what I'm also noticing is that it crosses. I Wonder by Kanye West. I've been waiting on this my whole life. So, all right. So what I'm kind of getting is they're trying to bring something in for you. It's almost like, but also it's what it's given is it seems like there's a scarcity. Okay, they want you to be more. How do you say? Selective about the love that you give out. Like I'm hearing you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm not sure how much love you've actually been giving out recently. And it's not to say that you have to completely abandon like loving people or like giving of yourself because if you stop giving, that creates a blockage within the things that are coming in for you. So that's not exactly what I'm getting. But I'm getting that they need you to be a little bit more selective about what you're giving of yourself. Because what I'm getting is they're really trying to bring something in for you, especially with this. Amen was the first thing, like I said, with Drake and Meek Mill, well, Meek Mill and Drake because it's Meek Mill's song, and then there was some song that came in the middle. And I didn't quite hear what it was, but now we have I Wonder with Kanye West, um, and this song is not just about like it's about like fully assessing your life, both past and present, right? How you're handling different things because he tells it like a plethora of stories or whatever. but he also asks like different questions within this song that kind of like creates that dialect, that conversation that you need to have with yourself, as it pertains to how you're handling different situations, or how different situations have been handled around you, or around him, I should say. But he actually says you in the song, so it's almost like I said, it's like it's creating that dialogue between you and your higher self of different things you need to check about yourself, or different things you need to assess about yourself, and all of it comes with discovering your dreams, basically accomplishing your goals, and actually seeing yourself accomplish that, like that biggest vision, that biggest dream that you guys see for yourself. So what I'm getting with this, especially with fearless love coming through it, Oshun, with the ancestor that's actually here on the board, I'm getting that something big is coming in for you. And so because this is coming in for you, you're and lineage is on the board. I just don't remember exactly where it is. I did see it come out. I try not to look at the cards, but I did see it come out. Divine lineage, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be on the board today. So they're trying to bring something big in for you, and it is for you, but it is also for the lineage. So you have to be careful of not just the people within your in your bloodline, like who are here present on this earth today, who may be like requiring or expecting certain things from you, because I did hear expecting. You have to be careful of what you're actually giving, because some of those people will be taking advantage of you, right? They just want you to get into a solid space to where you're able to tap into the higher version. Because see, now this is like this would be you standing in your power, right? The young lady in the red. But there's also like an older lady in the background behind her, right? Kind of like an older version, or like a more wise version, especially with the gray hair, right? And that could be why this is a little bit more artistic right here. This fairy piece is giving me this young lady here, but it's like she's draped in the wisdom of this older lady back here, and the wisdom of the older lady allows her to see the world a certain type of way. But you don't always have to be full fired, right? You don't always have to be I heard on goal all the time. Um but it's more like I'm getting like you don't always have to be so giving of yourself, so willing to give of yourself. Sometimes you do have to hold back to make sure that you are providing best for yourself, not just for yourself, but those who are in your bloodline that are here, as well as those to come, is what I'm getting. So you kind of have to find that balance between giving, as well as standing your ground, and protecting yourself. um and Ivy by Frank Ocean. All right. What ancestral patterns does the collective need to be aware of? We have surrender. Yeah, they want you to surrender a little bit more to giving of yourself, to like establishing self-love within yourself. Um because it's going to help you balance, right? It's going to help you know exactly when you're like, they don't want you, essentially what I'm getting is they don't want you to give too much of yourself, especially because whatever is coming in is coming in. It's going to be something big, something that allows you to give, but their biggest thing is they don't want you to be taken advantage of. So they want you to kind of learn how to surrender to your higher self, like in this scarcity card. They want you to be able to surrender to them, to listening, like, okay, like making better decisions is essentially what I'm getting. um they want you to be able to surrender to that. Especially with this baby suckling on the teat, right? Of I said with surrender, you will be feeding the multitudes, is what I just heard. But the objective or the main goal of this is like, yeah, we're putting you in a position to be able to provide, is what I'm hearing. But they don't want you to put yourself in the position to be taken advantage of. So you will have to surrender to being a little mean sometimes. Given the energy of this young lady in the forefront, so that you're not fully giving, but having the wisdom to know when to give and when not to give, is what I'm getting, to be honest. All right. Where's the collective blocks? Betrayal and worthiness. So, and that's 14 and 20. 14 with a Tete with worthiness, and 20 with Aunt Nancy with betrayal. And Aunt Nancy is essentially a different version of Anansi the spider, right? Different cultures call the the deity different things. But essentially, this is just another version of Anansi the spider. So what I'm getting with where you're blocked being betrayal and worthiness. So at some point you were betrayed, um, and the betrayal made you kind of feel a little unworthy. Maybe it made you feel unworthy to receive this thing that's coming into you, but they want you to know that you are worthy, which is why fearless love is the first thing that came out, right? Oshun is bringing in that fearless love for you, or she's coming into essentially encourage you to have that fearless love about yourself. No matter what betrayal you've experienced, just know that you are worthy of whatever is about to come in for you. You are not worthy of receiving this betrayal, but some things happen in life, and everything that happens in life is basically to like treat to like teach you a lesson, right? One way or the other, whether it be something that's beneficial. Well, it's all lessons are going to be beneficial, but whether it be something good that happened or something that was less than positive that happened that put you in a certain position, everything happens for a reason, right? So they just want you to remember that you are in fact worthy of what they're about to bring in for you, what they're about to bless you with. um they just don't want you to be betrayed, essentially. And I'm getting the feeling that you don't want to be betrayed either. None of us wants to be betrayed, to be completely honest, right? um but what I'm really getting with that is it's almost as if um how do I so this betrayal essentially is blocking you from feeling this great self-love, and it's kind of, it's like it triggered you to like, okay, for instance, if you were in a like type of, just as a situation, when you're in a relationship and you wind up being betrayed in the relationship, you tend to walk around feeling like you're not worthy. So what you do is you overcompensate, and essentially that's what they want you to be aware of. They want you to have scarcity when it comes to overcompensating because of a betrayal that you would have received recently, or something that you would have felt recently, or even if it didn't happen recently, there was some type of betrayal that put you in a state of unworthiness. And it causes you to overcompensate, but they want you to know basically that you are worthy for what they're about to bring in, this blessing, this abundance, this prosperity. You are very worthy of this. They don't want you to overcompensate. They want you to be scarce with overcompensating, because there are individuals around you, beings around you, who will take advantage of that, and they don't want you. Essentially, that's going to put you in the same cycle that you're already in, and this is what they are bringing to you to help you break that cycle of feeling unworthy and having to overcompensate because you feel unworthy, because that causes a lack mindset, which then causes lack around you, which then in turn causes scarcity, and like, scarcity around you. Not like scarcity, well, it can cause scarcity in decisions, but essentially they want you to everything by LMI and John Legend. Yeah, they're bringing in something. It's going to be whatever this thing is that they're bringing in for you. You're going to be in the mindset of, oh my God, this is everything. Like it's so much abundance, it's so much prosperity. This whatever this is that they're bringing in for you is going to be so great that they need you to make sure that you're in the right mindset, because they don't want you to miss out on it, or they don't want anyone to misuse you for it, and they don't want you to essentially get rid of it sooner than you're supposed to, is what I'm getting. So just be careful, guys. No matter what betrayal this was that you went through, you are worthy. All right. Don't allow this betrayal to put you in the mindset of being unworthy, so that you're in the mindset of overcompensating, because that will lead to scarcity, but not the right type of scarcity. It will lead to the scarcity in the sense of you're going to give so much that you're going to wind up, uh, you're going to have this full cup and it's going to turn into an empty cup. And you can't give from an empty cup. Excuse me. So essentially, that's what they want you guys to be mindful of. All right. How can a collective evolve? Secrets revealed with Queen of Sheba. And that's number 36, which is 9. All right. So, what I'm getting with this is there may be something that you need to reveal, but what I'm really getting with this is, especially because fearless love came in, it's secrets revealed in the sense that you have to be honest with yourself. You have to surrender to the truth of what has happened to you before so that you don't make the same mistake, is pretty much what I'm getting. Um, they want you to be honest with how this betrayal made you feel. It's something about you not being honest with the emotions related to this betrayal that led to you feeling unworthy and led to you feeling like you deserve the betrayal, but that's not true. They actually want you to tap into your higher self or your inner child, your inner self, so that it can be revealed to you. This the secret of um what is awaiting you can be revealed to you. And I'm getting that you're calling this in. You've been calling this in for a while, and honestly, they're ready to deliver it. They just need you in the right mindset, in the right headspace, in order to receive it properly. Because if you're not, then it can cause you to betray yourself, to self sabotage yourself. And what do you most want the collective to know, great ancestor? The truth. I told y'all about Nundi with the truth. Number 34, which is 7. We started with 7 and we ended with 7. So, and 7 is the number of completion. So essentially, like, they want you to complete this cycle, but the thing that's preventing you from completing this cycle is you're not being honest, right? There's something that you're not being honest about. And so essentially, they want you to just kind of, take some time to, discuss with your higher self, to discuss with your inner child, because you have to take a full, oh my God, I heard it, then I lost it. A full assessment. You have to take full stock. You have to take a full assessment, take full inventory internally so that you can be solid and definitive within your truth, so that when they bring this in for you, everything will be much greater for you. You'll know how to handle everything. And that's not to say, like I said, people are going to come in, they're going to try and come take advantage, but the more you get in touch with the truth, the secrets within yourself and the truth that needs to be revealed to yourself, whatever that is that you're hiding away from yourself, that's causing you to essentially not have the best love for yourself. We got Special Lady by Ray Goodman and Brown. Oh my God, rest in peace to my uncle. I'm about to cry. So, my uncle used to sing this to me, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one he used to sing this to, because I think this was just really like one of his songs or whatever. But I had never heard this song before my uncle sung it to me. Like, I'm talking about when I was little, like little, little. And he's my uncle, he's also my parent. And your parent is like your godfather, right? Um, so I had never heard this song before he sung it to me. And every time, like growing up, every time I would hear it, I would think about my uncle and I would call him, I ask him how you doing and stuff like that. He passed away within the last year. Yeah, within the last year. He passed away within the last year, so I'm not able to call him now. So rest in peace to my uncle. But essentially, that goes into everything that I'm telling you. Even if you're a man, your ancestors think so highly of you. Your bloodline, your like the gods and goddesses of your bloodline, like God, your higher self. You are the one of the highest thought of beings as it pertains to what's going on. So they want you to think as highly of yourself as they think of you, essentially. So they need you in this energy to just kind of be able to accurately and truthfully assess what's going on internally. Rest in peace, on, so that they can bring this in for you, because you are very special to them. That's why this worthiness and this betrayal, when this comes out, they don't want you to feel like you're not worthy, because they feel like you're worthy of everything and all of the greatest things is what I'm getting, right? Um, so you guys have to definitely be careful definitely be careful with allowing the scarcity mindset and this betrayal unworthiness mindset to infiltrate, to poison your thoughts about yourself, which is why, like I said, fearless love is coming out and it's really giving me self-love. Fearless self-love is what I'm really getting with this Oshun energy. um and and they're talking about sitting on top of the world. They want to exalt you. Your ancestors want to exalt you, but they need you to get out of this energy, and they're going to exalt you regardless, but they just want you in the right type of energy so that you can experience the best parts of this exaltation that they're about to bring into your life. They want you to experience the positivity as it relates. They don't want you to always be kind of like worried about what other people can do, because like I was saying, before the song came on, when you're in this lack mindset, this scarcity mindset, you tend to attract that to you. So then you're going to attract more users. You're going to attract more people trying to take advantage of you, which is why they're tapping in like, yo, we need you to fix this really quickly because we're about to bring this in really quick. And like I said, we started with a 7 and we're ending with a 7. We're ended with the truth. We started with fearless love and we're ending fearless self love and was fearless love. But like I said, I'm getting fearless self love and we're ending with the truth. Essentially, this is a cycle that you're on the cusp of breaking. You're on the cusp of getting out of this cycle, and they just want you to keep going forward. But there's that betrayal energy of where you're feeling unworthy. And it actually, the song is an acapella, and what that's giving me is like, it's like a reinforcement. It's like a poetic tone or poetic into the song. And they just want you to know that like I said, they're going to exalt you regardless. They're going to have you sitting on top of the world, but they want you in the right type of energy when they bring this up to you, is what I'm getting. All right, so let's get some. Let's see. All right, so wow, Jesus walks. Oh shoot, we at war with ourselves. Ah, Jesus walks. Okay. God show me the way, because the devil trying to break you down. And the devil is trying to break you down, but they're coming to you in the sense of like the people surrounding you or the thoughts that you have about yourself. And that's why your ancestors are tapping in and they're like, no, we don't want you to have these thoughts about yourself because it's going to block what we're trying to bring in for you. Okay, Goddess of fearless love. Goddess Oshun is the exalted Orisha deity of honey sweet waters, love, sensuality, fertility, and beauty. But the Yoruba Lady of Gold's anger and jealousy can also flood and destroy. And that's really what I'm getting with this scarcity energy. The young lady in the front, she can really fuck some shit up, is what I'm really getting. But the wisdom standing behind her allows her to know when she should fuck it up and when she should not. And the scarcity is the when she should not. Like when she should hold back from certain things versus you know, showing her full power, right? Okay, guidance. Dare to love. Begin with loving yourself. I told y'all I was getting a fearless self love. Allow yourself to be loved. You feel everything deeply. You are porous with a wall around your heart. This is your paradox. You are love and you are worth loving. You're divine, and look, with worthiness, okay? Don't feel unworthy because you are definitely worth it. Your divine assignment is to remain open to fearless love. You deserve to be loved in your language. You are worthy of a love that remembers your beauty at your ugliest moments. Don't allow your unhealed past to block your future. This this betrayal and this unworthiness. And they want you to unlock it. With secrets revealed, they want you to unlock that hurt and heal it. Uh, Real love is a sacred contract that says, I am vulnerable and committed. Your heart is safe with me. Let's expand our consciousness together. Goddess declaration. Oh my God. Goddess declaration. I give love. I receive love. I am love. Lord, there I go yawning. I'm not tired, y'all. I'm up. I'm very much awake. All right, we have Sukuyon with scarcity. Beauty by day and hag by night. The Sukuyon is an energy vampire, also known throughout the diaspora as Old Higu and Boo Hag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires, there is never enough to go around. Sukuyant's guidance. You have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Be grateful for your riches. I'm telling y'all, it's so much that's already surrounding you. The energy is already around you because they're bringing it in. Like it's already here, basically. That's what I said before. They just need you to. It's like they're fine tuning you like a violin, right? Like the little I'm sorry, I play violin. Uh, there are knobs at the top of the violin that tunes the string, right? It loosens it and it tightens the string so that you can get the right I want to say like tone or what have you. That's probably the wrong word. But there's also little knobs towards the end of the string that's closer to, the bottom of the violin where we're fine tuning, and essentially you have done so much work and they are so proud of you, but there's like one or two more things that they need you to fine tune so that they can make sure that you're definitely in the right position to receive what they're bringing in for you. And you guys can do it. I have faith in you guys. I do. Stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimbleful of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow more than enough love, happiness, well being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? And do that today because like I said, today is the new moon. Do that today. But once you make that list of what you're grateful for, write down 26 things that you want to accomplish in 2026 and put it somewhere, put it near your vision board or what have you, but put it somewhere where there are no other prying eyes. Because I do believe personally that vision board should probably be personal. Like, no one should be really looking at that, right? And so, what they need for you, like I said, is to come out of this scarcity mindset that's related to the feeling of being unworthy as it relates to this betrayal, is what I'm getting. And the goddess declaration is my blessings always overflow. With Miss Shiny by Kate, Kaiit, and Shiny is Shiney. And essentially, this song is about other people seeing her, like when how she shows up in the world, and how other people receive her, right? And they receive her as like a light, right? And so essentially, like, and there's a reason this came up as it pertains to scarcity. They want you out of this scarcity mindset. They want you to see yourself as Miss Shiny. So look that song up, right, and add that to your manifestation playlist. Okay. I said with spiritual surrender. Goddess has said is revered as a magical healer and sorceress. She of 10,000 names, you must know her as Isis, her Greek name, or Aset, Aset, or Waset. Aset is worshipped in ancient Nubia, the Sudan region, Egypt, and beyond. Let it all go. Say aloud now, I surrender. These words cast a spell. Breathe them in. Release control. Stop bonding around struggle. Let go of the scarcity mindset. It's no mistake that this came right after this, right? Stop bonding around struggle. Hand the keys to the divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill in the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. God, Goddess has your back. Have faith in where you are at this moment. Goddess declaration. Everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time. And that's the pattern that they need you to be aware of, that they got you. They just need you to surrender to the assistance that they're bringing in for you, is what I'm getting. And they'll carry you through this betrayal, they'll carry you through this unworthiness, but you have to, kind of be able to take that, you have to do the work, the initial work, in the sense of being able to like really pinpoint, okay, I am at this point. I need to basically understand that whatever that betrayal was, it doesn't make me unworthy, and that my ancestors got me, because that's essentially what they're coming in to tell you. Hey, we got you. We just need you to believe in you, and we need you to believe in us. It's not that you don't believe, but you know how it's the same. And of course, God is the head of your spirit team. So anything your ancestors are doing, your God is the head of that. He is leading the charge with that. So when I say trusting your ancestors, I also mean trusting God, because we all come from Him. He is the first ancestor, right? So they're essentially wanting you to know that they got you, but they just need you to make sure that you let go of this, surrender to them, to their assistance, and to them carrying you, right? Because, and in order to do that, you have to let go of this scarcity mindset that's kind of holding you back a little bit due to you feeling unworthy due to this betrayal that you received, right? Everything you need to know finds you at the perfect time, all right? So we have Atete with worthiness. Great goddess Atete, queen of the gods, is a fierce protector of women and girls for the Oromo people of Ethiopia. Stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Y'all, I can't make this up. Stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Stand tall like the majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. You matter. Worthiness is in your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that we need your overflowing magic, joy, and vulnerability. And most importantly, we need you. I'm trying to point at the camera. You. We need you. You are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving. The parts that you or others dislike are worth loving too. Your creator loves you unconditionally. Goddess declaration, I matter. And so essentially, you that unworthiness is making you feel like that's what has you blocked. And so they're telling you let that go. Let go of that feeling of unworthiness and surrender to them telling you that you are worthy, because that's going to move you into the right temperature, is what I heard. Is going to move you into the right space, to the right climate, so that they can finish bringing in, like, it's like, imagine God and your ancestors are dragging in this big heavy package for you. They're dragging it, but it's hot outside, and you are controlling the temperature. So when you feel like you're unworthy, it gets more and more hot. And not to say that God and your ancestors can't do a thing; they can do anything, right? But the higher your temperature, the higher your temperament, as it pertains to the temperature of how you feel about yourself, the harder it is for them to bring it out. So then they start getting sweaty. So then everything is heavier for them to carry. They can still carry it, right? Because, like I said, they can do all. However, make it easy on them, because making it easier on them means it comes in faster and it makes it easier on you quicker, right? Aunt Nancy with betrayal. Anansi, or Kwaku Ananse, the Akan trickster guide and sacred clown, snuck into our global folktales. While Gullah Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy, the trickster spider woman, my Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy stories about a witty teen spider. Who really betrayed you? Betrayals from others mirrors you betraying yourself. Betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust, but without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. The real question: how have you betrayed or abandoned yourself? Goddess declaration, I am willing to know the truth, which is brings us it's all connected. It brings us back to this truth that we're ending with, right? We'll get to that in a second. But essentially, you have to be honest about the betrayal that you received. And many times when we allow people to we I don't want to say when we allow, when people betray us, it's because there's some part of us that felt unworthy and it led to betrayal. That doesn't mean that it's your fault. By any means, that's not your fault that someone betrayed you. However, we do have to be honest with ourselves about our position that we played within the betrayal. And many times it means that we allowed someone, like we gave to someone who we know we shouldn't have given as much access, too much access, and that led to the betrayal. Or if it was a multi betrayal, we knew after the initial betrayal, okay, I allowed this to happen because I did this, but then I took them back, or I allowed them back into my life, and then they betrayed me again. That was me feeling unworthy enough to walk away from that cycle that they were presenting me with, and it led to a greater betrayal, which led to me further betraying myself. We always have to be honest with that, right? But don't worry, because y'all got this. Y'all got this. All right, Goddess of Secrets Revealed with Queen Sheba. And this is how you can evolve. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was their Queen Makeda and that together they sired King Menelik the First. Open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. You don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. Goddess declaration. I am connected to the divine. The song that's on right now, the very first line says, "Sent you a message, sent you an email," and this is "Getting Up" by Q-Tip. So essentially, no matter the unworthiness that you feel, no matter the betrayals that you face, your guides, God, God, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Why would you do that? Hold on, y'all. Y'all needs to knock my stuff down. I gotta make sure I got all the cards. Little nigga. This little girl, oh my god. She couldn't just stay where she was at. She just had to come over here with some foolishness. It's always, no, it's not always her. It's usually her brother. You going to the back? Go ahead, Sheba. Go ahead. Go to the back. The mama was like, she was like, oh, okay. She wanted rubs, and I'm reading. So my baby's name is Queen Sheba. I'm reading the card for Queen of Sheba. Okay. But anyway, so essentially, I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted. See, somebody look. So essentially, no matter the unworthiness that you feel, no matter the betrayal that kind of had you in like some sort of slump, um, they your guides want you to know. They want you to tap into the inner vision that you have for yourself. They want to assist you with bringing that forth, right? They want to assist you with the truth that needs to be revealed as it pertains to um how you should better navigate, or how you can better navigate and getting over this betrayal and this sense of unworthiness, especially with Getting Up by Q-Tip. This whole read is about basically getting up out of the slump that you're in. It's essentially what I'm getting. There's a slump that you're in as it pertains to you feeling unworthy and feeling betrayed, and there's nothing wrong with that because we all wind up in slumps like that, every last one of us, right? But it's a matter of how long you stay there. Essentially, your guys are telling you, I'm not getting the fact that you're in there, like it's not, I'm not getting that you're like really bogged down in the slump. I'm getting that like there's just a little bit left that you have to overcome. Just a little bit more is what I'm getting. Just a little bit more and you got it. But it's related to you not seeing the truth of maybe how you allowed, like I said, how you allowed someone to betray you the first time or any additional times after that. There's something that you're not letting yourself see as it pertains to this betrayal and this unworthiness, right? And more than likely, it's how you feeling unworthy led to the betrayal due to if you feel unworthy, you tend to accept things that you shouldn't accept. It could be something as very simple as that. And so they just want you to kind of pay close attention to that. Um, so, they want you to tap into your higher self, tap into your divine intelligence so you can know, so you can learn how to get past this, or so that you can see that either they want you to learn how to get past it or they want you to stop living in this old energy because you're already past it. And it could be that you could have already surpassed what you need to, all of the lessons that you need to learn, but in many times when we learn lessons we have the fear of what comes next, and so we get stuck in that. All right, and so we have for what does the ancestor most want you to know. We have Goddess of Truth with Nandi. Nandi, the bold, outspoken wife of Benin Awa, deity Legba, was feeling neglected by her husband. Even with several wives, his head easily turned. So Nandi lived her truth, took her own lover, and became her own best friend. Get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impacts. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth telling conversations. Goddess declaration, the truth is my friend. So essentially, like what I'm getting with this is it can be just as simple as um and compared to what is on. Trying to make it real compared to what? Hmm. This is essentially just what I'm getting is you're still living in this. Hmm. They're telling me you're not living. Okay, hold on. You're living in this energy of this unworthiness and betrayal, but they want you to see the truth of who you really are. They want you to see the truth that you've already basically surpassed this energy. But in many times, even like I said, like I was saying, you may have surpassed something, or you can have healed something, but the fear of what comes next tends to hold you back, and that's what I'm getting. They need you to step into the truth of who you are now, despite the fear of what comes next. Okay, that's essentially what I'm getting. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had to answer that real quick. Matter of fact, okay. So essentially, and like I said, the goddess declaration is the truth is my friend. So essentially, that's what the ancestors is coming in to tell you guys right now. Um, and 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 speak up, right? It was the energy at the bottom, and then joy is right after that, right? Speak up and joy. I'm hearing what how they say it in church. I heard unattainable joy, but then I heard unsurmountable joy is what's coming in for you right now. Prosperity, abundance, all of those things, right? That's what I'm getting is coming in for you. They just need you to step out of this fear of what's coming next because they got you already, is what I'm getting. They already got it, it's already here. They just need you to believe in yourself. Despite that betrayal, despite anything that has happened in the past, they just want you to know that they got your back. They just want you to know that you have the go ahead to step into this prosperity, this energy that they have for you. Essentially, is what I'm getting. So, y'all got this. Y'all can do this, okay? I have faith in you. God has faith in you. Obviously, your ancestors, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, we all got faith in you guys. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Y'all got this. Sorry, I gotta shuffle again because she dropped my cards. All right. So, ancestors, can you please grant us? Okay. Can you please grant us keys to close out this talking drum spread? God, highest source of light. The Ten of Cups and the Lovers. I'm telling y'all, y'all got a lover coming in. Y'all got great stability. Great stability coming in. I didn't tell y'all, but when I was shuffling, I saw The Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. And the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune came up actually twice. I just didn't call it, but it's. I mean, the wheel has already been turned in your favor. You have a lover that's coming in to show you how worthy you are. How, oh my God, I'm getting this person is gonna worship the ground that you walk on. Is what I just heard, especially with the lovers coming out with the Ten of Cups. So if this past betrayal or unworthiness, the feeling of unworthiness was tied to like a relationship, I'm getting it. You don't even have to worry about that no more. You ain't gonna never have to worry about that for the rest of your life, is what I'm getting. And that's why they want you to surrender um, to getting out of this lack mindset. That's why they want you to get out of this betrayal energy, this feeling of unworthiness because of what they're bringing in for you. Because as you know, if you start in a relationship, or even just a partnership, even if it's not a relationship, it could be like a business partnership. If you're already in the mindset, like a lack mindset, then that's essentially what you're going to manifest. So while they're bringing in this greatness for you, you're going to sully it, you're going to dirty the opportunity, and they don't want you to do that, right? I'm getting that that's happened before, that they brought something in for you, and your mindset is kind of what made it go left, and they don't want that to happen again, because whatever they're bringing in right now, it is huge, is what I'm hearing. The Magician and Judgment. The Magician was stick. Y'all saw me take it out. It was just sticking out on the side, and Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. All right, and I just moved the cards, and the Nine of Pentacles was sneaking out like the Magician was. So you guys are working with your spirit team to manifest this greatness for you. Your spirit team got, it's like it's knocking at your door. This thing with all I y'all saw me shuffle and set the deck up there. Fortuitous and fortune cookie. This great fortune, this abundance, this prosperity, this love, this loving relationship, this loving partnership, this business partnership that's going to be prosperous. It's at your door. It's like it's at your gate, is what I would say. And so your ancestors are saying, okay, we're at your gate with this thing. Before we open the gate and pull it into the gate, we need you to change your temperature. We need you to change your temperament. We need you to understand that you are greatness personified, is what I just heard. We need you to understand that no matter what betrayal that you went through and what level of unworthiness you felt before, okay, that's fine. Things like that happen. It's okay as long as you learn the lesson for it. We need you to let go of the fear of what comes next, because next is at your gate right now. And right now we're trying to bring it to your door. But they're getting a little resistance because you have this fear of what comes next. So that's why they want you to kind of turn inward, view the truth of yourself. They want you to view assess the truth of what happened before, so you can let that go. So that, the wheel has already turned in your favor. You're no longer at the bottom of the wheel. You're heading towards the top. It's like when you're on a roller coaster, and that roller coaster is going up, and you have that little gut feeling in your stomach. It's like fear. Like, that's the point that you're in right now. That's essentially what they just gave me. You're in that moment where that roller coaster is going up, and you know it's going up, but you feel it in the pit of your stomach. You feel that elevation in the pit of your stomach, and it's fear as it pertains to that elevation. But baby, they don't want you to feel fear, because they got you. They bringing in something big for you. God, higher source of light, please grant me keys to close out this ancestral drum reading. Can I get one more? Since we got two keys from the other deck, can I get one more? God, higher source of light. We have Ogum with nature and hydromancy with illusion. And fortune cookie with fortuitous is still at the bottom of the deck, y'all. They want you to snap out of this illusion that you don't deserve this. And they want you to see, like with nature, there's even like seemingly like a little, it looks like a ladder to me, with the sun shining in the background. And we know that's an old tree. Golden Lady by Stevie Wonder. And Oshun is the Golden Lady. Literally, that's one of her names, the Golden Lady. So, they need you to tap into this fearless self-love for yourself. Snap out of this illusion that this illusion, this fear, that I heard animosity, but I'm also hearing anticipation. So it may feel like a little bit of animosity, a little bit of anticipation of what's to come next. Snap out of it. Whatever illusion that you have, thinking that, oh, this is not going to happen because, oh, I don't deserve this because I've been betrayed before, or last time I tried this happened. They said try again. They said try again. and try again. And they want you, I heard try again with us. I swear that's what I heard. So let's see what they're talking about with this. Excuse me, Mammy. Y'all should see her. She like, why you taking my why you taking my little spot? I need the book, baby. Sorry. Give me a kiss. My little sweetie boo. All right. We have Ogum with nature. The mystery of the old ways beckons. Tap into the ancient wisdom of the ancestors and connect with the magic of nature. And you may just need to ground yourself, is kind of what I'm getting with this too. Go outside and hug a tree. Actually, I'm about to do that when I get up, because there's a tree that looks like this one right over here. So when I get off the phone with y'all, I'm about to go and hug that tree over there, and I'm going to say thank you. So go hug a tree and say thank you. Show gratitude today. And you probably do it every day, but today specifically, especially on this new moon, go hug a tree, a big one that resembles how big this one is, and go say thank you, right? Embrace the delicious warmth of the sun, breathe in the purity of the air, feel the earth under your feet, and cleanse yourself in streams and rivers. Remember, you are part of the natural world. Through your lifetimes, you have accumulated great knowledge. Now, seek the wise teachings of the trees. They are the wisdom keepers who have stood by silently, witnessing every detail of passing centuries. Spend time outside with these gentle giants. They hold the keys to your past. Allow them to unlock the remembrance you hold deep within, and they will reveal the truth that you seek, is what I'm getting. That's literally what I just heard. Incantation. Oh, wait. Allow them to unlock the remembrance you hold deep within. You are ready to be unleashed. Unleashing, essentially allowing that truth to come out. I can't make this up. I'm so serious. Incantation. My hand doth run across the bark of tall trees standing tall and stark. Memories of old, now rebirth, ancient signs, answers unearthed. Secrets revealed. And that's literally the card that it fell on. Or I don't think it fell there. I think I put it there. But that's the position of it at the on the talking drum spread. It sits on top of Queen of Sheba with secrets revealed. Okay. Let's see. Hydromancy with illusions. You may receive an offer that sounds too good to be true. Remember that appearances can be deceptive. Don't be fooled by enticing words and promises, as they could lure you into false hope. Your dreams will be realized, but not through this particular channel. Instead, call upon your spiritual insight, your clairvoyance, clear seeing, to enable you to see the full picture. When you shine light onto the situation, areas of darkness will be revealed. Do not be scared, but be relieved, for you have been saved from drowning in dangerously dark and murky waters. Tread water for a while, and soon enough your wishes will be answered. Incantation. I look beyond the shallow end. Are they a foe or perhaps a friend? With eyes now sharp, I see the light. No longer fooled, I know what's right. So, this whole reading is about clarity, right? And what I'm getting with the illusion, I'm getting that it's like your internal self. It's the doubt, internal doubt is what's holding you back. Like I said, the fear of what comes next is what's holding you back, and your ancestors don't want you to they don't want you to do that anymore. Because, like I said, there's something great that they've brought in for you, and it's at your gate. They want to bring it to your door and bring it in the house, but your fear of what's next is actually acting as like a shield or a force field, is what I'm getting. And the force field is essentially making the path from the gate, making the path go to the back. You just came out that thing, go to the back. It's essentially making the path from the gate to your door harder for your God and your ancestors to bring it in. God and they can do everything. That don't mean what you're doing not making it harder for them, though, and we know that, which is why we constantly have to heal every day, right? So, honestly, guys, I'm really proud of you though, to be honest, because the way this comes out, it's as if like it's not saying that you haven't done any work. You've done a great deal of work. It's just those that final like the final two step basically. The path from the gate to your door might just be a two-step road. And so they need you to meet them halfway, in the sense that they need you to realize that no matter what happened in the past, whatever you've gone through before, once you it needs to be revealed that you've already come out of that, right? You need to align with the fact that you've already come out of that. You need to realize it, right? Cuz they know it, but you need to realize it. And once you realize that you've already come out of that, they'll be able to it'll that force field that's preventing them from bringing it to your doorstep, that force field is going to drop. It's going to disappear. Just like when you're going up the roller coaster and you're like, "Oh my god, it's coming." And that elevation sets in, that anxiety sets in your stomach. That's the point you're in right now. And so they just want you to know that you're going to the top of the mountain. You're going to the top of the roller coaster regardless. They're going to bring you to the top regardless. So they want you to stop fighting in the in the form of, do I really deserve this? Because this happened before. Do I really? Because this. No, they want you to stop doing that because they're bringing you to the top regardless. And once you get to the top, like I said, Ten of Cups and the Lovers, and like I said, the Nine of Cups with wish fulfillment can't. It kept coming out. It didn't come out, but it kept showing itself when I was shuffling this deck right here, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. They're bringing you to the top of the wheel regardless. So they just need you to release. They just need you to release so they can bring everything in. And promise you, as soon as you release that, shit gonna come in so fucking fast. It's gonna come in so fucking fast. You're gonna turn around and be like, what? All of this? All of this? But just know, when all of this is brought into you, just know that you're worth it. Just know that you deserve it. Just know that everything before happened so you can get to that point of deserving. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. And like the music cut off on Golden Lady by Stephen Wonder. So go ahead and look that song up. Or you can look up any of the songs that come up in the reading. As anything that happens during the reading is a part of the reading. But that's what I'm picking up for you guys today for this current Talking Drum Ancestral Spread. I hope this reached you deep down in your soul. And I'll catch up with you guys next time.